heading to the North Carolina Transportation Museum. We are at the Train Museum, ready for a good tour.
Welcome to the North Carolina Transportation Museum. My name is Marcus Newbacher, and Will Tate here is an employee of the state of North Carolina, and the state actually operates the museum here at Spencer. So we became a museum in 1977 after Southern Railway left the property to move to a more modern facility that's about 8 miles up the road to, a little less than that probably, to a place called Linwood, North Carolina, where they built a hump yard and more modern diesel facilities. This property became obsolete to the railroad and was deeded over to the state of North Carolina and opened as our state's transportation museum. So we're 45, 46 years into it now. What you see here is a culmination of a lot of hard work and still a lot of work to go. You get to walk through a couple of the buildings that have been really nicely redone, like the back shop and the roundhouse, which are two of our primary exhibit buildings at this point. As far as the group is concerned, for scheduling, we will have a train ride that'll leave at 11:15 from right here at the station. It's basically a site tour by train, and it'll be about 25 or 30 minutes long. I'll be on the train with you guys, but please do make yourselves at home. You'll be going through the roundhouse that is the largest standing roundhouse still in North America at 37 stalls. It was home, if anybody is familiar with the Norfolk Southern Heritage event that was done in 2012, that's where that happened. The property, the shops, the town were all named for Samuel Spencer, who was the president of Southern Railway at the time, who ironically was killed tragically in a train wreck. But Samuel Spencer was president at the time, and this place employed up to 3,500 people at one time. So it's pretty major place. It was located strategically halfway between Washington, D.C. and Atlanta, Georgia, which are both ends of the Southern Railway line. And it's not the largest or major repair facility, but it is the largest one on that route, and it was the one that they used because being halfway, it was a good place for them to pull locomotives off and do servicing, do that. The power today will be a Southern Railway GP30 number 2601, and you'll see plenty of other equipment around outside, inside as well. Y'all enjoy your day. Thank you.
Part of our tour of the North Carolina Transportation Museum. Be careful going into the back shop of the Southern Railway. It looks like we got a truck collection going. Good thing we went to the train museum.
This car is named the Doris, and it was built in 1917 for James Duke, who traveled extensively on the car from 1917 until his death in 1925. At that time, and it was named for his only daughter, Doris Duke. One of the neat stories is Mr. Duke picked up his architect in New York City, went to Durham, sat on a siding, and they laid out what would become Duke College or Duke University today.
Nice.
Yeah.
The observation car. This is what you would expect to see in an observation car. Very casual, very fun, good scenery, lot of windows. And this would be reserved for Herb and Deb Coach. So what do you think, Deb Coach? We could have one of these.
Swivel seats.
Oh, yeah. Very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Spacious.
Nice.
And no power.
Things happen. Hey, at least we're still able to tour.
Yes. So what's the background on this car?
So it was an Army hospital car. Used probably during like the Korean conflict. Then World War II, and then they converted it into a dining car.
Well, it's a nice railroad car that you got.
It is very nice. It is very nice.
You scored well.
We use both of these, this one and 6604, on our on-site train ride for special events and things like that. So we get to show you.
We are on the train of the North Carolina Transportation Museum. This used to be a Southern Railway station and back shop and repair station. Cheer wine.
Our train today is similar to those of the 1950s. Right before the train moves, you'll hear the engineer blow the horn. 2 long blasts like this mean the train will move forward, and 3 short blasts like this mean the train will back up. Train crews use the horn as well as hand signals, lantern signals, and radios to communicate with each other. As we shove north, the tracks out the right side of the train belong to Norfolk Southern and are part of the route between Washington, D.C. and Atlanta, Georgia. In fact, we are exactly halfway between the two cities, 300 miles each way. That is why Spencer shops are located in this precise location.
Well, we changed directions, and this is the outer track that we're going on right now. You can see some of the North Carolina Transportation Museum to the left of us, and the town of Spencer is to the right of us. Family Dollar and various other stores. Welcome to the town of Spencer. Stanback's headache powders. Pinocchio's. Italian restaurant. I like that Southern serves the South boxcar. Here's a continuous rail car, or a continuous rail on multiple cars. It's something how those rails are continuously long. They might be a quarter mile long. You know, look at all those rails are connected from car to car. They're not separated.
Photos, so if everyone will step off the train when it's time, we will gather everyone in the lawn area on the inside the station, and we'll have the train back up so that we can get a photo with the locomotive behind everyone as a group photo. So again, once we get off the train, if you'll stay around the station platform area, we will gather and do a group photo, and then lunch will be served over at the picnic shelters directly across the parking lot. Thanks again for riding with us.
We have an engine here. 2601. So the rail trip is ending, and what we're going to do now is have a super lunch after we take a picture. A group picture.
So, Norfolk Southern, they can feed the rail on them.
Well, the train is backing up now. Norfolk Southern, Powhatan Arrow. And a Southern heavyweight with the Southern GP30 2601. The food looks good. Well, all those electrical trucks are repairing a power line that's down.
Yes.
And that's what kept the power from going into the museum and the rest of the town.
So, Norfolk Southern, they can feed the rail on and off the cars.